The tub says vegetable oil spread, and the back of that same tub says whey, which is dairy, which means it is not vegan, and which nobody printed on the front for a reason. We pulled the ingredient list on the best-selling butters and spreads in America, and the ones that fail are the ones wearing the olive branch, the plant tubs, the heart health tubs, and an omega-3 spread that contains fish oil. Number 1 is the yellow box in half the refrigerators in this country. 11 to avoid, 4 that actually are vegan, and by the end you will know what to put back. If you want a channel that reads the back of the label so you never have to trust the front, subscribe. That is the entire job here. Number 11. Land O'Lakes butter with canola oil. This is the tub people buy when they think they are being reasonable. It spreads cold, and canola does quiet nutritional work. Store test. Read the front left to right and find the noun. Butter. With. Canola, oil, the noun is butter. Canola is a modifier, and a modifier never removes the noun. The published ingredient list reads sweet cream, canola oil, and salt. Cream is a primary ingredient, and milk sits on the allergen line. The light version is the same story with more water. Land O'Lakes is a member-owned cooperative in Arden Hills, Minnesota, owned by dairy farmers. Dairy is the membership. Record annual sales of $16 billion in 2021, and net earnings of $238 million for 2024. To be fair, the company has never claimed this is dairy-free. We could locate no enforcement action and no labeling suit, and the allergen line sits where the law requires. Every year, somebody buys this for a plant-based household because canola read as the operative word, then defends it in the comments. Butter on the front, butter in the tub. The mildest offense here, and still a canola sticker on dairy. The next one does not even use the word butter, honestly. Number 10. Move Over Butter Whipped Soft Spread. Move Over, butter. The brand name is a farewell to dairy, an instruction issued to a cow. Store test. Turn the tub and find the small legal product name under the logo. Whipped soft spread with sweet cream buttermilk. Not a flavor note. Dairy. Printed in the legal name of the food. In type, a fraction of the slogan's size. The published ingredient list reads soybean oil, water, sweet cream buttermilk consisting of water and sweet cream buttermilk powder, palm oil, palm kernel oil, then salt and emulsifiers. The allergen declaration is contains milk and soy. Third by weight, ahead of both palm oils, is dairy. Move Over Butter is a Conagra Brands product. Conagra reported net sales of $11.6 billion, precisely $11,612.8 million, for the fiscal year ended May 25, 2025. We could locate no regulatory action, and none is needed, because nothing here is illegal. Conagra's position, in its own compliant labeling, is that the product is accurately declared. It is. The name does the deceiving. The list stays clean. The person who gets caught bought this as the step away from butter, following the instruction on the lid. Move over, butter. Buttermilk. Come on in. Number 10 is a name writing a check the formula does not cash. Number 9 does it with a legal category instead of a slogan. Number 9. Parquet Vegetable Oil Spread. Parquet is nostalgia. The yellow squeeze bottle, the margarine on 100 million childhood tables. For a generation, Parquet is the definition of margarine, and the front says, vegetable oil spread. Stop on those 3 words. Vegetable oil spread is a legal category in the United States, and what it defines is the fat base. That is all it defines. It says nothing about whether dairy is also inside. A manufacturer can build on soybean oil, call it a vegetable oil spread, with total legal accuracy, and add whey, or buttermilk, or cream, the base, not the contents. 4 products here run through that gap. Store test. Skip the front. Read the ingredient paragraph until you hit a word ending in milk. The published ingredient list reads liquid vegetable oil of soybean and fully and partially hydrogenated soybean oil, water, reconstituted sweet cream buttermilk listed as water and sweet cream buttermilk, then salt and dried whey. Buttermilk and whey, in a product whose front says vegetable oil. The allergen line reads, quoting the label, contains milk, soy. Parquet is Conagra. Same parent as number 10. Same $11.6 billion in net sales for the fiscal year ended May 25, 2025. Reformulating a squeeze bottle is not a cost problem at that number. We found no labeling enforcement against Parquet, and Conagra's position, in its own labeling, is that the product is accurately declared. It is. Accurate and honest are not the same word. Every year, the same question turns up in dairy-free forums. Is Parquet vegan? It says vegetable oil right on it. The answer has always been no. Vegetable oil on the front, buttermilk and whey on the back. Number 9 is the loophole in its purest form. Number 8 belongs to a company that promised, in writing, to stop doing this. Number 8. Imperial Vegetable Oil Spread. Imperial is the crown, a gold crown on a yellow box, a name that means premium, at the cheapest end of the case. On the front, vegetable oil spread again. Store test. Find the word whey and read what follows it in parentheses. The published ingredient list reads a vegetable oil blend of soybean, palm and palm kernel oil, water, salt, and then, in the manufacturer's own punctuation, whey, open parenthesis, milk, close parenthesis. They wrote milk in brackets next to whey, because the law is satisfied by 6-point type. They told you, quietly. Here is the ownership reveal, and it runs through 4 entries. Imperial belongs to the business Unilever, sold to the private equity firm KKR for $8 billion, announced December 2017, closed in 2018. That business was Upfield, now renamed Flora Food Group, and it owns Imperial, Country Crock, I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, Promise, Brummel & Brown, Bessel, and Violife. The largest producer of margarine and buttery spreads on Earth, at roughly €3 billion in net sales in its most recent reported year. In 2021, that company publicly pledged to make its entire portfolio free of animal products by 2025, its own stated commitment. As of August 2026, the pledge has not been met. Reporting on KKR's exploration of a sale of the business, valued near $10 billion, describes it as having failed that commitment and added dairy back into some products. Imperial still lists whey. We could locate no enforcement action against the labeling, and none is required, because the label is compliant. At €3 billion, reformulating is not a cost problem. It is a margin choice made after a public promise, and the people who believed it are holding the box. A crown on the front, whey, in brackets, milk, on the back. Number 8 is a broken pledge you can hold in your hand. And 3 more entries come from that same company. Number 7, Promise Buttery Spread. Promise is sold on your heart. The name is a health claim and a pledge of trust in one word, aimed at the person who came home from a physical with a bad cholesterol number. Store test. The front emphasizes 60% vegetable oil. Whenever a spread advertises a percentage, ask what the other 40% is. The published ingredient list reads a vegetable oil blend of liquid soybean, canola, palm and palm kernel oil, water, and whey. Whey is dairy, a declared milk allergen under federal law, in a product bought as a substitution for animal fat. Promise is another Flora Food Group brand. Same parent as Imperial, same unmet 2021 commitment, same roughly €3 billion behind it. We could locate no regulatory action against Promise's labeling, and none is required, because the allergen line is compliant. 3rd time in 7 entries I have said that. The repetition is not laziness. It is the finding. Imperial is sold on price. Promise is sold on health. To a person acting on medical advice, a different kind of trust to spend. A promise about your heart. Whey in the tub. Number 6 does it with a clinical mechanism behind it, which somehow makes it worse. Number 6. Benecol Buttery Spread, Original. Benecol is not really a food brand. It is a pharmaceutical concept in food brand clothes, built on plant stanol ester, a compound developed in Finland that reduces cholesterol absorption. Nobody buys it because they enjoy it. A cardiologist told them to, twice a day, indefinitely. Store test. Benecol is dosed, not eaten. The package prints a serving schedule. Read it, then the ingredient list, then multiply one by the other. The published ingredient list reads canola oil, water, palm and palm kernel oil, plant stanol ester, and then under the less than 2% heading, salt and buttermilk. Buttermilk. The allergen declaration lists milk. Now, the accumulation, because this is the one product where dose matters. 2 servings a day for 5 years is 3,650 consecutive doses of a spread containing buttermilk, taken by somebody who chose a plant stanol product precisely to cut animal fat. The stanol technology comes from the Finnish company Ratio, which bought its licensing rights back from McNeil Nutritionals in a transaction reported at €90 million in 2014. That makes Benecol the smallest operation here, and real cost pressure at that scale is a genuine defense. We could locate no enforcement action against the labeling, and the allergen declaration is compliant. It is not a defense of putting buttermilk in a product prescribed like medicine and printing nothing on the front. The people who find it out late, years in, usually because somebody else read the tub for them. Medicine with dairy in the dose. Number 5 hides its dairy behind the healthiest sounding oil on earth. Subscribe if you would rather hear this from us now than find it out from a stranger in a comment section 3 years from now. Number 5. Olivio Original Vegetable Oil Spread. Olivio is the Mediterranean. Olive oil, longevity, a green and gold tub. The company's own tagline is, "The goodness of olive oil." To the buyer, this is spreadable olive oil. Store test. And this is the nastiest trap in the case. The ultimate. Coconut and chocolate varieties are formulated without dairy. They sit under the same logo, in the same green and gold, next to the original. The word after the logo is the entire difference. The published ingredient list for Olivio Original includes buttermilk, and the allergen declaration reads contains milk, soybean. Second thing buried in that list, vitamin D3. Food-grade D3, cholecalciferol, is most commonly derived from lanolin, the wax extracted from sheep's wool. The manufacturer does not disclose the source. I am not telling you this D3 is animal-derived. I am telling you a plant-derived D3 from lichen exists, it costs more, and a company paying that premium almost always says so. Olivio does not. Absence of a claim is not proof, it is information. Olivio Premium Products is privately held, based in Boston, and does not publish revenue, which cuts against them. A small company has more room to be precise about sourcing, not less. And this one put dairy and an undisclosed D3 in its flagship tub. We could locate no enforcement action, and the label is compliant. Compliant is the floor. The buyers who get burned are the careful ones, who verified Olivio Ultimate once, then grabbed the original the next month, without rereading. Same green tub. An olive branch on the front, buttermilk, and undisclosed D3 on the back. Past halfway, so let me flag what is coming. Number 2 is not dairy at all. It passes every dairy check you know how to run. It contains an animal that lives in the ocean. Number 4. Brummel and Brown Buttery Spread with Real Yogurt. Brummel and Brown is for the person who decided margarine was chemicals and butter was fat and went looking for a third door. Sold since the 1990s as the gentle option. Store test. This is the one entry where the front is arguably telling the truth. The words with real yogurt are right there, full size. Run the test anyway. Ask what yogurt is made of. 30 years of marketing trained you to read it as a health signal. It is fermented milk. The published ingredient list reads purified water, soybean oil, non-fat yogurt, which the label itself specifies as cultured non-fat milk, then palm kernel and palm oil, modified cornstarch and salt. The dairy is not concealed. It is the selling point, renamed into a word that reads as wellness instead of as milk. Brummel and Brown is a Flora Food Group brand, formerly Upfield, subject of that same unmet 2021 pledge. Third brand from one company in 7 entries, against the same roughly 3 billion euros. The largest spreads producer on Earth kept cultured milk in the tub it sells as the gentle choice. We could locate no regulatory action, and none would be warranted, because the label states exactly what is in it. The clearest case here of a product fully honest and still misleading. Not a legal problem, a language problem, and the company owns the dictionary. The person fooled is the newly diagnosed lactose-intolerant adult, or the parent handed a dairy allergy diagnosis for a 4-year-old last month. To them, yogurt reads as good for you, not as milk. Real yogurt on the front, cultured non-fat milk on the back. Same thing, 2 vocabularies. Number 3 is that same parent selling you 2 nearly identical boxes, one of which is fine. Number 3, I can't believe it's not butter, extra creamy sticks. The brand name is a joke, and the joke is a promise. One of the most successful names in American grocery history, because it is not a name, it is a sentence, and the sentence says, the thing is not butter. In every commercial since 1981. Store test, and this is the single most useful thing in this video. 2 entirely different products under one logo. A tub, a box of sticks. Not the same formula, same brand, same typeface, same shelf. Good news first, and it is real. The published ingredient list for the original spread, the tub, in the United States, reads water, good oils meaning soybean, palm kernel and palm, salt, soy lecithin, natural flavors, lactic acid, vitamins E, D2, A and B12, and beta-carotene. No dairy, and note the vitamin D2, ergocalciferol, from plant or fungal sources. Not the undisclosed D3 question mark we just hit with Olivio. A genuinely clean United States formulation, and the company deserves credit for it. Now the box of sticks, 3 feet away. The published ingredient list for the extra creamy sticks reads good oils of palm, palm kernel and canola, water, cream, salt, soy lecithin, natural flavors, lactic acid, vitamins and beta-carotene, cream. The allergen line reads, contains milk and soy. Independent dairy-free trackers report the same split. The original and light spreads are dairy-free. The extra creamy and the sticks contain milk. Flora Food Group again. 4th brand from one company. They proved, on their own line, that they can build this product without dairy. Then they left cream in the sticks, under the same name, on the same shelf. And here is the other half of the trick. The word vegan has no legal definition in the United States. None. The Food and Drug Administration does not define it, regulate it, or certify it. There is no regulator standing between the tub you verified and the sticks you did not. We could locate no enforcement action here either, because there is no law to enforce. The label was honest. The brand architecture was not. The vegan who cleared this brand on the tub grabs the sticks for cookies in December and never reads a word. The homework was done 11 months ago on a different product. You can't believe it's not butter. In the sticks, some of it is. Number 2 gets past you even if you check every dairy word you know, because the animal is not a cow. Number 2. Smart Balance Omega-3 Buttery Spread. Smart Balance is the thinking person's margarine. The name says balance. The marketing says fat ratios, aimed at the shopper who reads labels instead of glancing. It sells to people confident they cannot be fooled. Store test. Read the variant name literally, then ask the question almost nobody asks. Omega-3. Omega-3 from what? There are 2 commercial answers. One of them is flaxseed, the other one swims. The published ingredient list for Smart Balance Omega-3 Buttery Spread includes fish oil. Now hold both halves at once, because this is the trap. This product is dairy-free. It passes every check for whey, buttermilk, cream, casein, lactose, and milk solids, and the allergen line, because it does not declare milk. But independent dairy-free reviewers confirm the Smart Balance buttery spreads are dairy-free, and flag this one explicitly as not vegan, because of the fish oil. Everything you learned in the first 9 entries fails here. The animal walks in under a nutrition claim. Second problem, same brand family. The published ingredient list for Smart Balance Original Buttery Spread includes vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, and the manufacturer does not disclose the source. Independent reviewers note the D3 varieties do not state whether the source is vegan. Disclosing a D3 source is one line of type. Smart Balance is a Conagra brand. $11.6 billion in net sales for the fiscal year ended May 25, 2025. We could locate no enforcement action, and Conagra's labeling declares fish oil openly, which is the company's answer and a legitimate one. The ingredient is disclosed to people taught to look for a different word. The person most likely to buy this by mistake is the vegetarian who has checked for dairy for 15 years and never for fish. Or the vegan who scanned the allergen line, saw no milk, and stopped reading. Dairy-free on every test you know how to run. Fish oil in the tub. Number 2 defeats the careful shopper, the only kind who could have caught it. Number 1 defeats everyone, because it contradicts itself on its own box. Number 1. Blue Bonnet Vegetable Oil Spread. Blue Bonnet has never pretended to be premium. It is the yellow box, the sticks in the church kitchen, the cafeteria tray, the food pantry shelf, the first apartment. 16 ounces, 4 sticks, $1.28 at H-E-B as of this investigation. 8 cents an ounce. Nothing else is close. Store test, 1 second. Rotate the box 180 degrees and read the 2 largest phrases on the same cardboard out loud. Front, vegetable oil spread. Back, in bold, because federal law requires the bold. Contains milk and soy. The published ingredient list reads a vegetable oil blend of soybean, palm and palm kernel oil, water, and then under the less than 2% heading, salt, mono and diglycerides, soy lecithin, and whey. Whey, declared allergen, milk. The same loophole we opened at number 9, on the cheapest box in the aisle. Blue Bonnet is a Conagra brand, alongside Parquet, Move Over Butter, and Smart Balance. $11.6 billion in net sales for the fiscal year ended May 25, 2025. Reformulating a stick margarine is not a financial constraint at that scale. It is a margin decision, and at 8 cents an ounce, margin is the entire product. We could locate no enforcement action and no successful labeling suit against it, and Conagra's position, expressed in its own compliant labeling, is that the product is correctly declared. It is. Every word on that box is legal. Both halves of the contradiction are legal at once, on the same cardboard. The finding of this investigation, in one package. So why is this number 1 and not just another weigh entry? Because of who buys it. Every other product here is bought by somebody making a choice with information. Bluebonnet is bought by somebody making a choice with a budget. The default fat for people who do not get to be picky, and the box in the donation bin and the church potluck. You were never fooled. You were lied to by a package engineered so both halves could be true at once. Vegetable on the front, whey on the back. Number 1 is not the worst formula on this list. It is the most betraying, because it costs the least and reaches the people with the fewest options. Now the 4 that actually held up, not consolation picks. And I will tell you what is wrong with each one too. Best option number 4, Country Crock plant butter with olive oil. Country Crock belongs to Flora Food Group, the same company behind 4 of the 11 entries you just heard. One of their products goes on the good list anyway, because a review that ignores a company's best product is a grudge, not an investigation. And let me correct something. Country Crock Original Spread, the regular yellow tub, does not contain dairy. The published ingredient list reads water, soybean oil, palm kernel and palm oil, salt, lecithin, vinegar, natural flavors, vitamin A palmitate, and beta-carotene. That was not always true. It is true now. Credit where it is due. The plant butter line is stronger still. The published ingredient list for Country Crock plant butter sticks with olive oil reads a blend of plant-based oils of palm fruit, palm kernel, canola, and olive oil, water, salt, pea protein, soy lecithin, citric acid, vitamin A palmitate, natural flavor, and beta-carotene. 10 ingredients. Declared allergen, soy. No dairy, no D3, no fish, no honey. The pea protein lets this brown in a pan instead of melting and separating. The most common failure of plant butters. It creams with sugar, it behaves, and it is the cheapest, genuinely plant-based butter in most stores, because a clean product nobody can afford solves nothing. The honest downside, Country Crock carries no third-party vegan certification mark. You are trusting a manufacturer's declaration, not an auditor's logo, from a company that missed its own animal-free deadline. Best option number 3. Violife 100% Vegan Plant Butter. Violife came out of Greece as a cheese company, and it shows. It is now, awkwardly, a Flora Food Group brand, so one parent holds several of the worst products here and one of the best. Violife puts the certification on the front and means it. The label states, and the brand's own materials confirm, that the salted plant butter is certified vegan by the Vegan Society, non-GMO project verified, and kosher certified. That first mark is the one that matters. Because the bare word vegan has no legal force in the United States, a third-party certification is the only thing behind it. The Vegan Society mark means an outside body examined the supply chain and licensed its logo against an audit. A logo is a contract. The bare word is a marketing department. 10 ingredients. A plant-based oil blend from coconut, sunflower, and canola oils, water, salt, sunflower lecithin, faba bean protein, citric acid, natural flavor, glucose, and beta-carotene. Faba bean protein is the browning agent. No soy, no nuts, no palm oil, no preservatives. $3.48 for 8.8 ounces at H-E-B during this investigation. 40 cents an ounce. The honest downside, 40 cents an ounce is 5 times Bluebonnet's 8 cents, and the tub is small, 8.8 ounces against a 15-ounce standard. There is a faint coconut note that survives shortbread, and it is owned by the company that broke its own 2025 pledge, so the formulation you verify today is guaranteed only today. Reread it in a year. Best option number 2, Earth Balance Original Buttery Spread. Earth Balance is the elder statesman, the default vegan butter in American kitchens for 2 decades, long before plant-based became a marketing department. A generation of vegan baking was built on this tub. It carries multiple certifications at once. The label states it is certified vegan and non-GMO project verified, and the palm oil is identified as certified sustainable. 3 outside verifications, at $3.98 for a 15-ounce tub, 27 cents an ounce. the cheapest fully certified vegan option in most American supermarkets. 11 ingredients: a vegetable oil blend of palm, canola, soybean, and flaxseed oils, water, then under 2%, salt, pea protein isolate, sunflower lecithin, olive oil, lactic acid, natural flavor, vitamin A palmitate, and annatto extract. The flaxseed is doing the omega-3 job that Smart Balance uses fish oil to do. The cleanest illustration in this entire video. Same nutritional claim. 2 different animals, and one of them is 0 animals. The honest downside: it contains soy and palm, and the soy-free version is a different formula that bakes differently. It is a soft spread, not a stick, pour for pie crust or anything needing cold fat. And it is a Conagra-owned brand, same parent as 3 of the 11 failures. Best option number 1. Miyoko's Creamery Organic Cultured Vegan Butter, European style. Miyoko's does not make margarine. It makes cultured butter, using the actual technique. It ferments cashew milk with live cultures before churning it into fat, which is what separates European cultured butter from ordinary American butter. Nobody else in the plant category bothers. The published ingredient list for the salted European-style butter reads organic coconut oil, organic cultured cashew milk of filtered water, organic cashews and cultures, filtered water, organic sunflower oil, organic sunflower lecithin, sea salt, and natural flavors. 7 ingredients: USDA organic, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, palm-free, and kosher. Declared allergen, cashews. Stop on palm-free. Every other product in this video is built on palm oil. This one is not. It is also the only brand here with a legal record on the right side of the argument. In August 2021, a federal court in California ruled largely in Miyoko's favor in its First Amendment challenge against the California Department of Food and Agriculture, which had tried to bar it from using words like butter on plant-based products. It sued a regulator for the right to describe its own food accurately, and won. Tangy, genuinely cultured, funky, the way good European butter is funky. It browns. It makes a real beurre blanc. The honest downside, and it is severe. $6.49 for 8 ounces is roughly 81 cents an ounce. 10 times Blue Bonnet. It contains cashews, which rules it out for a lot of households. And the tang is wrong on plain buttered white bread, where Earth Balance is frankly better. So here is the rule. 1 sentence. If you remember nothing else, remember this. The front of the package is an advertisement. The back of the package is a legal document. Read the legal document. Everything on the front, the crown, the olive branch, the words buttery, plant, balance, and vegetable, is written by a marketing department. Everything on the back is written by a regulatory affairs department, constrained by federal law. So do this. Turn it around. Find the bold contains line first. 2 seconds. If it says milk, you are done. Put it back, and it does not matter what the front said. If there is no contains line, do not relax. That clears dairy only. Scan the ingredient paragraph for 8 words. Whey, buttermilk, cream, casein, lactose, yogurt, fish, and honey. Those 8 catch almost everything the allergen line misses, including the fish oil that put number 2 on this list. One caution on that last word. Country Croc's Cinnamon Honey Spread lists no honey and no dairy, but the manufacturer's own materials describe its natural flavors as including a flavor derived from honey. The ingredient list is sometimes not the last word. Then scan for vitamin D3. If a product lists D3 and does not say where it came from, the company chose not to tell you. Silence is not proof. Silence is a data point. And the shortcut that skips all of it. Look for a third-party mark. Certified Vegan. The Vegan Society Sunflower. Those mean an outside auditor examined the supply chain. The bare word means somebody in an office typed it, and no rule was broken. Front is advertising. Back is law. Turn it around. One last thing, and it is not about margarine. If you have been eating one of these for years thinking you were doing something, you were not stupid. You read the front the way it is designed to be read, the way billions of dollars of design work intended. There is a difference between being fooled and being lied to, and everyone watching this was lied to by omission, by grammar, by typeface size, and by a legal category that describes the fat and nothing else. The 10-year vegan who found whey in the tub she bought every week. The parent who trusted the word vegetable. The person managing cholesterol who never imagined buttermilk was in the treatment. None of them did anything wrong. This is a solvable problem. 4 products on that second list are clean, verifiable, and in the same aisle, and one costs 27 cents an ounce. 4 seconds and one turn of your wrist. That is the whole skill, and you have it now. Subscribe, because there is a whole store left, and we are reading every label in it. So use it, then hand it to someone else. Send this to the person you know who is doing everything right and has no idea. The friend who went plant-based in January. The parent whose kid just got a dairy allergy diagnosis. The relative who has bought the yellow box for 30 years. They are in that aisle this week, reading the front. Turn it around. Tell them to turn it around.